Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to visit Vietnam this week, highlighting the close friendship between the two. This visit shows Vietnam's loyalty to Russia, even as it draws criticism from the United States. The visit to Hanoi comes after Vietnam chose not to attend a Ukraine peace summit in Switzerland, instead sending its deputy foreign minister to a BRICS meeting in Russia last week. Putin, who began his fifth term as president just over a month ago, will meet Vietnam's new president, Tu Lam, and other key leaders during the two-day visit on Wednesday and Thursday. The United States, which strengthened its relationship with Hanoi last year and remains Vietnam's top trading partner, reacted strongly. No country should give Putin a platform to promote his war of aggression and otherwise allow him to normalize his atrocities, a spokesperson for the U.S. Embassy in Hanoi told Reuters. His spokesperson added that allowing Putin to travel freely could legitimize Russia's actions in Ukraine, a conflict that began with the Russian invasion in February 2022. In March 2023, the International Criminal Court, ICC, in The Hague issued an arrest warrant for Putin over alleged war crimes in Ukraine. Notably, Vietnam, Russia, and the US are not members of the ICC. The European Union, another important economic partner for Vietnam, has not commented on the visit, but expressed dissatisfaction last month over Hanoi's decision to delay a meeting with the EU envoy on Russian sanctions, a move linked to preparations for Putin's visit. During his first state visit to Vietnam since 2017, Putin is expected to announce agreements in various sectors, including trade, investment, technology, and education. However, discussions are likely to focus on more sensitive issues, including arms, with Russia being Vietnam's historical top supplier energy and payment systems, as US sanctions on Russian banks complicate transactions between the two nations. Russia has also shown its military strength by sending naval forces to Cuba, sending a clear message to the United States. On Wednesday, Russian warships, including the advanced guided missile frigate Admiral Gorshkov, docked at Havana port, marking a significant show of force. The frigate, equipped with Caliber cruise missiles, Zircon hypersonic missiles, and Onyx anti-ship missiles, represents a formidable presence in the region. Cuba, a longtime ally of Russia, welcomed the ships with a 21-gun salute, while Russian diplomats celebrated the occasion. The deployment, reminiscent of Cold War tensions, underscores the growing friction between Russia and the United States.
We are grateful to our Cuban friends for their principled position on the situation around Ukraine. From the very beginning, Havana assessed the ongoing events, outlining absolutely correct and true reasons for what had begun and what the West had been preparing for many years. We are grateful to our Cuban friends for the fact that they are also promoting this objective, consistent line at various forums, including within the framework of the non-aligned movement.
On another front, Putin recently finished a two-day visit to China, highlighting the growing strategic ties between Moscow and Beijing. The Russian president praised the growth in bilateral trade while touring a China-Russia expo in Harbin, emphasizing the strong personal relationship he shares with Chinese President Xi Jinping. During his visit, Putin announced the opening of a joint school by Harbin Institute of Technology and his alma mater, St. Petersburg State University, signaling deepening cooperation in science and education.
Today's China-Russia relationship is hard-won and deserves to be cherished and cared for by both sides. The stable development of China-Russia relations is not only in line with the fundamental interests of both countries and their peoples, but also conducive to regional and even global peace, stability, and prosperity.
Putin's visit to China further strengthens the alliance between the two nations. presenting a united front against US global influence. The Russian president described his talks with Xi as substantive, noting the extensive time spent in discussions with the Chinese leader and other officials.
Moscow and Beijing have indeed gained the considerable experience of the practical cooperation. In 2023, the bilateral trade has increased for 1/4 and reached up to a good figure, $227 billion. China is our main partner in the trade and economy field. Russia has ranked 4th place in the list of the country's trade partners of China at the end of last year.
Putin's strategic outreach to Vietnam and China shows Russia's commitment to strengthening ties with key allies, despite Western opposition. This diplomatic offensive reinforces Russia's influence in the region and underscores its resilience on the global stage.